All right, shalom, everybody. Peace of the Lord to all of you. Peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked man and women, the Lord said. Uh, I wanted to go live to talk about this topic because I find it very funny and very, very, very funny, actually. This woman, she accused Trump of a fraud for the last 3, 4 years. And then the judge, who is from the same kind of party, New York, and the verdict of the juries, all of them, they are Democrat. All of them, they found that Trump is guilty. And what his guilt? He committed fraud. Look, what is that? 17 years ago, he took a mortgage. He paid his mortgage, but he filed wrong estimate about the value of his property. And that, based on the law, is a fraud and considered as a felony. So he have to go to jail. And all of us, if you remember, we were waiting for Trump to go to jail. I mean, they did everything they can to stop him from being a president. And the one who was behind the case is this woman. The one you see her. Let me show you on the screen. Isn't it funny that the same woman who was accusing him of a fraud, she was doing exactly the same thing. She wanted him to stay in jail for at least 5 years. Not only that, she married her father to get a better loan. So imagine, this is the Attorney General of New York. She is the one who go after fraud. I mean, if the one who go after corruption is the biggest corrupt, what kind of New York this New York is? It is really, really funny that you are a dog and you bite and you have rabies and you claim that others, they had the rabies and they are the dog and they are the corrupt. She fabricate all kind of papers she have for her mortgage. In the top of that, she claimed that her father is her husband, just to get approved for a mortgage. That's very familiar, by the way. We remember Ilhan Omar. She married her brother before, so this is not new. You remember Ilhan Omar married her brother, peace be upon him. I know this topic is not my topic, really. This is not what I go to talk about. Where is the video? The video is not playing. I don't know why. Maybe it's loading. Let us see.
It's important that attorneys general representing our respective states.
Respected state. Respected state. The Attorney General respected state. Yeah. Hey, what happened? Yeah. Now, come on.
Stand up.
Yes.
And enforce the rule of law.
Yeah.
The President of these United States.
Sure.
Is not above the law.
No way.
No matter how rich, powerful, or politically connected you are, everyone must play by the same rules.
Nobody.
And now the Trump Justice Department may be a pain in her you-know-what. The angle has obtained shocking allegations leveled by the Trump administration against New York Attorney General Letitia James. The Federal Housing Finance Agency has sent a criminal referral to the DOJ accusing James of mortgage fraud. In a letter to Attorney General Pam Bondi, Director Bill Pulte says James appears to have falsified records in order to meet certain lending requirements and receive favorable loan terms. He
Mm-hmm.
cited a property in Virginia that she's allegedly claimed as her principal residence and a property in New York that she claimed as a 4-unit structure instead of the required, instead of a 5, which Pulte says means she was able to get a different type and more favorable loan. Joining me now is Jonathan Turley, Fox News contributor and law professor at GW University. Jonathan, mortgage fraud is rampant in the United States. There's all sorts of fraud that's rampant. There's disability fraud that they've vowed to crack down on in the Trump administration. But this is another thing that they have vowed to crack down on because it costs real money. Your reaction to these allegations?
Well, obviously, the irony is perfectly crushing. This is a person who prosecuted Trump for everything short of ripping a label off a mattress. And among the charges that were brought in New York in not just the civil but the criminal case was making false or misleading statements to financial institutions. And one of these sections, Section 1014, of the federal code is prosecuted. It took me about 60 seconds of a search to find cases that the Department of Justice brought against people who falsely claimed that property was their principal residence in order to get loans. So this is well-tread areas for the Justice Department. As for James, if we apply the Letitia James standard that she created, there'd be little question here. This seems pretty straightforward. What the administration is saying is this was not her principal residence. In fact, as a New York elected official, she had to say that her principal residence was in New York. This was an out-of-state residence. But also, they claim that in some of these forms, she actually states that her father is her husband in order to file as a married couple. So there's a lot of those questions.
She is the general attorney, you know. She filed that her father and her husband. Unbelievable. I like it. I like it. Listen, her father is her husband? How you can do that? It's a magic. So she go after, nobody above the law. We are going to put you in jail at Trump. And now you are doing the same stupid thing you claim that he should go to jail for? In the top of that, you are marrying your father? At least in papers? And not only you stupid idiot, you are taking a mortgage for a house you claim it is your house, you live in it, but you live in a different state? At least live in the same state. You see, when you when you apply for a mortgage, it's an official document. And by law, if you lie about what you sign, that's fraud. This is literally what fraud is. Simply, you are trying to get money you don't deserve, and you lie about it. As simple as that. Maybe some people will say, what a big deal. I mean, okay, she said, my property is 4 unit instead of saying 5. No, because if you have 5, you cannot, you are not, like, you cannot get this loan. There's different loan, and the interest will be higher, way higher. Like there's low interest for individual, there's higher interest for business, etc. So she lied about every paper she submitted to get a mortgage. But this is the same woman. She was chasing Trump. The banks never complain. The banks never report a fraud. The banks accept the estimate Trump he gave. They did not say, no, it's wrong. It was her who claimed that this is a false value of his property. So she fabricated a case against the guy by the help of Biden and his garbage. And by the way, soon we will have the Easter. Soon we will have the Easter. And the Easter for us is a special day, right? Just to remind you how and why the Democrat is going to be doomed more and more. In the Easter day, the filthy Biden, instead of celebrating the Easter Day, he claimed to be Christian. He claimed to be Catholic, right? Okay. This filthy scumbag, he put the flag of LGBTQ on the White House. And he invited hundreds of transgender and LGBTQ to the White House. In the same day of the Easter, not even the second day. And he put the flag on the top of the White House. So if you Democrats are wondering why you are being doomed, you know why. The Lord will doom you. The Lord will doom you. It's not a Trump. It's not the voters. You make mockery. Go and see what happened to France when they make mockery of Jesus right away. Go and check. You make mockery. You will pay for it. This is a TV station owned and sponsored by the government, but they are anti-America. And I hope soon Biden will close it. This is Joe Biden in the day of Easter. In which day? In Easter. And they come to the White House and there's tons of videos. They striptease. They do striptease. They force every American embassy in the day of Easter to put the gay flag. Look like this country, our flag is not important. It is the gay flag. I mean, why we care for the flag of America? I mean, the gay flag is more important. How you have sex is more important. This is why this party is doomed. They make mockery of Jesus. They become a sexual party. They have nothing to do with administration. They spend our money to promote homosexuality. They are the same as the Soviet Union in the old days. But the Soviet Union, they were promoting communism. Those, all their madness, their agenda is to spread homosexuality. This is their agenda in Disney, in the school, in the universities. That's why you see kids going and supporting Hamas. They don't want you to have a smart kids. They want you to have a blind kids. And I blame the Christians, by the way, for we are silence. We should wake up long time ago. We are the giant who is asleep. We are the major population in this country. And the most powerful. But because we have many dummy priests, they say to you, if you involve in politics, you are involved in satanic behavior. So we allow the Satan to take over us, and we say we don't vote. That's why we have to vote. It's a duty for you as a Christian to vote. With your vote, you can take the corrupt to where they belong. So this woman was chasing Trump, and she is the attorney general. The attorney generals are the most corrupt they become in this country, when they are supposedly the one who guard our rights. The president and his sons and his brother and his family, they are the most corrupt. This is what Democrat they brought to you. That's why we have to vote. So I found this video is very it was shocking, actually. I mean, how in the world you go after a person for a crime you claim he did, when in fact he did not? But it is you who is doing it, and you did way more. And now you are going to go to jail. But don't worry. 4 years from now, maybe the stupid country and the stupid people will vote for Democrat again, and they will give you burden, like Kamala Harris, she will give you that. Hmm? Uh, if you go to the website, this is the BBS, and I hope soon they will close it. Look what they are saying in their station.
Late yesterday, President Trump signed executive orders targeting 2 former officials who criticized him, escalating his.
Look how they lie. 2 former officials who criticize him, not because they are committing a fraud. No, 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 because they criticize him. So 4 years going after Trump, just because he want to go for election, it's okay. But now, not because they are committing a fraud. You see, I criticize Trump myself, and let us say he is the general attorney now. But if I never do something wrong, he cannot do anything about it. What he can do? So you stupid idiot, and I hope soon they will shut down this station, and maybe then George Soros will buy it. Yeah, George Soros will buy it. But who listened to the station? Nobody. In fact, the first time I came to America, the first week, I got a TV. I opened this station. Do you know what I saw on the TV? They brought a woman. She is teaching kids how to have sex in the anal, how to push 2 fingers in your anus to make it bigger. The first time I opened the TV, because they were the free stations available. I don't have cable, like I just turned the TV on. The first thing I saw in this filthy TV station, how to push 2 fingers in your anus. Why? To make it bigger so somebody can F you. And I hope that this coming election, 2 years from now, we will go and vote. Otherwise, they will be able to stop the train from smashing their corruption. 2 years from now, and usually those Republicans, they relax. We won, So then they go for vote, and then the Democrat, they take over the House and maybe even senators. And this is what happened last time to Trump. He is going after them because they criticize him. Aha. And look, guys, how many times I told you, you know exactly their agenda from the title. Like, in the news, if they say, some they claim that he is doing that because of revenge. No, no, no. Look at the title. Politics of revenge. So they are confirming this is not a news no more. They are taking a side. And this is supposedly the TV station should work for the benefit of the government, which means for Trump. But because everybody work in this station is Democrat. The Democrat, during the time they rule, they occupy every position in the government. They don't hire Republican. If you are conservative, you have no place. In the police, in the FBI, in the CIA. When Biden, he brought more than 70 CIA agents, they signed that this computer of Hunter Biden is a fraud, have nothing to do with the son of the president. This is Russian propaganda. How they were able to do it? Because the whole CIA almost is Democrat. Why they are upset when Doge, they are firing employees of government? Because all of them, they are Democrat. Not because they are choosing Democrat, but every employee in the government during the time of Joe Biden and before, they were Democrat. See, when Obama took over the office, he fired all the conservative generals from the army. All of them. When Trump, he took over, he even hired Democrat. This is how naive he was. All the ones who work for him, they were really double faces. This time, Trump, he learned from his lesson, from previous lesson. That's why you see he elected his team carefully, people who they are proven to be loyal, people who they are proven not to be so-so, like Democrat in the back of us. So this time, he was very careful, and the first thing he started doing, firing generals who they are mostly pervert, like Biden, corrupt. They work for the agenda, not for the army. This is why he chose carefully a Christian man to be the Department of Defense minister. Now, just yesterday, Trump, he have the whole cabinet, they have a prayer day for the Easter. The whole cabinet. We are back to normal. Now you might say Trump is not a good Christian. You see, who is good, who is bad, God will judge. From their fruits you shall know them. But in the worst scenario, he is promoting the truth. He might behave bad behind doors. I might do that too. You might do that too. But there is a huge difference between somebody promoting faith and somebody promoting the right thing. Listen to them, but don't do what they do, if they are bad. Let me see. This is just yesterday in the news. The whole cabinet they join in prayer. The Department of Defense.
Well, more news from the administration. The White House Faith Office is holding several special events for Holy Week. Joining us now for more is White House correspondent.
Yeah, you can watch the news yourself and you can get the details.
We'll get from the pulpit. Donald Trump is not afraid of his faith. He's not ashamed of his faith. And he's willing to let the world know it.
Look, no matter what you have to say about the President of the United States, he has his critics, of course, but it can be definitely said that based on his proclamation that he issued and stating that for he and the First Lady Melania Trump, a lot of people will take note of this and know that this president, as Franklin Graham just said, is a man who's not afraid to waver from his faith. Gordon?
Oh, Kelly, the president is...
So you see what different it can make election? From a person who is beating the flag of gays in the day of the Easter on the White House, to now we will have the whole week is declared as the Living Son of God week. Your vote count and make a big difference. So I hope in the coming election the Christians will go and vote, and they will not stay home hoping. Don't pray to God to win. You see, the Bible says clearly, you work and I will be with you. You go to war and I will be with you. You don't sit home and I will be with you. Knock at my door, I will open for you. There's always work have to be done. And never be silenced. Never be ashamed to be Christian. When somebody start making fun of your Lord, stand up and expose him. By the way, I just made a Muslim for a video about a ninja Muslim women, but I post it in Rumble, not in YouTube, because I'm sure they will take it down if I post it in YouTube. So don't forget to go to Patreon and click at the link. You will see her. This woman, she was exposing the Islamophobia, and she mentioned my name. So I said, okay, you know what? Let us. I like Ninja, by the way. You know, I'm really always. I have when I was a kid, like I want to like wee-hoo, Ninja, you know. But then I start seeing them in the street in the Middle East. They are all over, but I don't see them jumping. I don't know why. And usually they have a big butt, very, very huge big butt. The ninja in the movie, the Chinese movies, I mean, those guys, they jump from a roof to roof. But the ninja we see in the Middle East, they have big butt, they walk so slow, and they have 10 kilograms of makeup in their face. Hmm? So, you know, it's a pleasant news. I'm happy to see that this woman, she is going to eat from the same food she was cooking. Isn't it? This is fun. Look, do you remember Mimi Hijab when he made a video, short video saying, Christian Prince, he said to a Muslim women, young Muslim women, suckle me? Remember? Young Muslim women, she is in the age of my mama. And she is a whore. She is the one who said, Jesus, he played with his mother boob. I said, it's your prophet, he said. It's your prophet, he said, suckle me. So filthy Mimi Hijab, he cut the video, he says, Christian Prince, did you say that to the women? I said to him, I was quoting your filthy prophet, you dummy. Hang up on him, bastard. You're finished, boy. And then we find that this guy, he is the one do the breastfeeding for real. He go after young Muslim women. He groom them. He take them to the hotel. And he do breastfeeding, and even he do clitoris feeding. And after he feed on them, he throw them. He take them with meat, he leave them bones. This is exactly how the frauds they are. They accuse you of what they do. They do it, and they accuse you. You know, I was live on air. The women, I mean, the video is there. She said, "Oh," I said, "Why you kiss Blackstone?" I wasn't talking about sex. She said, "Oh, your Jesus did more." I said, "What he did?" He said, "He used to play with his mother boobs." Hmm? I mean, this is the decent Muslim women, and the Muslim, they say that they consider Jesus a prophet, and they will never insult him, but she is making fun of Jesus and Mary. So I said to her, it's your prophet who said, you have to give your breast to a man, suckle me. The filthiest come back, he cut the video, he played the part, suckle me. And now, I don't know what he is suckling from his wife. So imagine Mimi Hijab, after what happened, what his wife, she is cooking for him at home. I guess he is not even sleeping at home, because he might be afraid that she will put poison for him. In the best scenario, she must start cheating on him. Obviously, he fear her. You know, don't tell me he don't. Because a man, he do hide such a behavior from his wife. He's doing it for what reason? Because he's afraid of her. That's the only reason. Right? A new video of Mimi Hijab released. But released by who? By the same guy, the one who exposed him? Maybe I will go later and make a video about it if there is something. We will see. You know, me myself, sometime, you know, I like Islam, seriously. I mean, you don't feel guilty. You can go and have sex with all the women, and you never feel guilty. You know, this is the religion, satanic religion. The whole point of it, don't feel guilt when you do guilt. They just changed the names of filth. So we used to call it prostitution, now we call it muta. Prostitution became misyar. Instead of saying we have a boyfriend, girlfriend, they call it zawaj friend. Is it marriage or it is it's prostitution? They just changed the name of the filth they do. As simple as that. Very filthy. Potato, right? I'm not going to keep it longer. We will see. Uh, I'm not sure if I will come back later, but we will see. We don't have too much view in YouTube actually. Obviously, YouTube is covering up our channel, but it's okay, you know. The funny is, any video of mine, if it's not in my channel, it have like 100,000 view. And my channel will have a 20, which doesn't make sense. Except that YouTube is shadow because I reject their super chat. They keep sending me, partnership, advantage, membership, whatever. Like people can watch your videos privately. I mean, all kind of temptation, of money. And I always dump it. I don't want to do. And I think this is why they will keep doing that until I agree with them to take their super chat and their advertising. All right. Anything else? I'm glad that those things is happening. The only thing I'm not glad about a Trump like agenda with the tariff for now, and many of you will agree that we have to fix it. It's not right. All countries taking advantage of USA. This is true, but I think his decision for tariff for all the world together in one day was very, very bad mistake, if not stupid, because that made them united and a gang against USA. And I hope that will not affect the coming election, because until now, the stock market is not recovered. The dollar is going down. It's going to take time to recover. And I hope he learned from this mistake. He should not listen. Whoever gave him this advice is not smart. You can put like gradually tariff on countries, but not all of them together in the same time, because always you need to have a replacement. Same time you have to study which material you have to buy necessity to the country. You cannot just go and throw tariff on everybody and say 60%, 40%, whatever. It was a very, very unprofessional move, and whoever behind it was not smart. This is the only risk I see until now in his administration. The other thing I see actually is the behavior on the borders and the customs. I saw many Christians who they are Christians, like from Iraq, from etc. They've been detained in the borders, even though they are citizens, just because they are coming from certain countries. Another stupid mistake that can affect the coming election badly. Christians from Iraq in Michigan, as an example, are massive in number. They are more than the Muslims. So they can change the outcome. So if they notice that this guy is going after everybody, I mean, why you detain Christian, Iraqi Christian? He's a citizen. What for? Is he a terrorist? Is he Al-Qaeda? So there's many mistakes is happening. I hope they will fix them very soon. Otherwise, that will affect the coming election too. Stupidity is not allowed. Why you detain this? They are citizens. They are not even green card holders. And what the point of this detaining? Like you have to let him go anyway. He's a citizen. You cannot deny entry to anybody. So the border control have an issue. I hope they will not. I hope Trump he will direct those in the customs to be smart. Don't go after people for no reason. You want to check their packages, you want to see, ask them a question, no problem. Do what you need to do. Do your job. Just do your job. But choosing people specifically and going after them just because they are coming from certain country, and then don't you know, this is why you can tell that those who they work in the border, they are not experienced, because if they knew, they shall know right away that this person is not even a Muslim from his name. So obviously they have a lack of experience of who is can be possibly an enemy and who is possibly cannot be an enemy. Do super chat for one stream. Why I want to do super chat for one stream? Secondly, when you activate it, that's it. It's activated. There's nothing. It's called one stream. When you activate it, like I activated in Rumble, I don't know how to put it off. The only way to delete your account. Maybe YouTube they have it, but why I want to do it for one super chat and then stop? What for? Doesn't make sense. So anyway, those are the negative things. I hope they will be fixed. Otherwise, the coming election is going to be very tough, because I'm sure now the Democrat, they will be ganging with all their forces to win the Congress, and if they can win the senator too, and then Trump will be useless in the White House. This is what happened last time when he was president. They took the Congress, so nothing he can accomplish, not even building the wall. So he have those 2 years to finish a lot of work, because now we have the Congress and we have the Senate and we have the White House. You cannot guarantee in 2 years what will happen. And I hope he will be able to fix the economy and the mistake he have done with the tariff, putting tariff on everybody. I heard now that even Germany, they want to pull their gold, 1.200 tons of gold. Germany is going to pull out from USA because they cannot trust USA no more. And maybe you do not know, many countries around the world, they have all their gold, if not most of it, in USA. Italy, Spain, European, even Arab countries, because they don't consider their countries are secure enough to hold that gold. So they store it in USA. When you develop like a shaky and non-predictable person or economy, that will scare the market. And that's what happened with the case of Trump. One day he says the tariff will not stop, that's it, it's final. Second day he says we stop it. One day he say it's 10, second day he say it's 30. A day after he say we go back to 10. So obviously his advisor for economy, they are not doing a good job. And if I am him, I will kick him away. I will change them. They are being stupid. This is not a laboratory to try it and see what will work. You have to do things gradually. And if your target is China, they are the one who they are ripping us off. Put sanctions only in China, for now at least. Until you have control of the issue, then you put sanctions in other countries. Step by step. It's like changing the water of your fish. If you put a clean water, you have a tank, fish tank, and the water is dirty, polluted, but the fish is used to it for now. If you try to change it to very clean and different temperature, all the fish will die immediately. You have to do it step by step. You cannot move from very freezing cold to very hot. That will break it. Will break even steel. Even steel will break it. So we hope that he will be successful before the coming election, and we pray that he will have a better advisors for his economy. I'm not going to keep it longer, and I hope soon we will hear more good news about the Democrat, because I'm sure that all of them, they are corrupt. I'm sure that Nancy Pelosi, she was using her job to take advantage of the stock market. This woman, she never bought one stock lost. Never. Never. Which is impossible in the stock market business. None of them, he buy or she buy a stock market and they lose because they have access. That's why she is now in the age of your grandmother, but yet she don't want to leave the Congress. Because if she leave the Congress, how she can get access to the stock market and news before nobody knows about it? Companies, they have to tell any change in the companies before the public knew about it to the Congress. Trump, he should have changed that too. He should forbid, we should create a new law that anyone in the Congress or a public figure, he cannot invest in the stock market during his business. And we should make another law that anyone leak information about the stock market and he is an official, he should serve for a long time in jail. And then we have the right to check their phones, their emails, to see if they are making some politician rich. You see, there's many ways companies can bribe you. They do not need to give you any money. They can tell you tomorrow, our company will merge with different company, and the price of the stock will go 5 times more by now. That's it. They did not give you a penny, but they made you so rich by just telling you what will happen tomorrow, because they knew what will happen tomorrow. The case will be going against a company, goes to the Congress first, investigation. Nobody knows about it except them. They call their friends, sell, the price will go down because now there's an investigation against this company. That's why they never lose. All of this need to be corrected and fixed if we want to fight corruption. How somebody, he make $200,000 a year, and then they own $20 million, as what happened in the case of Nancy Pelosi. You know, 200,000, you have to spend your money, your food, your housing, your travel, everything. So how much left of the 200,000, and how they can become 20 million or 30 million? Isn't it obvious? And that's why they hate what Trump is doing, because this Doge is going to dodge them, is going to investigate how the money is, where the money is coming from. And whoever goes against it, obviously he is doing something wrong. If you investigate me where my money coming from, why I would be worried? If I'm doing nothing wrong, go investigate. Have fun. Who cares? Right? I will not keep you longer. Leave your comment and tell me what do you think. God is good, so is Jesus, and I will see if I will be live again tonight. God is winning, and we are the crusade. See ya.